Okay, so next up we have a very fundamental block about the JavaScript language, and that is conditioning.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
Okay, so later on, whenever you move on to adding in objects of TensorFlow.js, then also the conditioning part is very important in JavaScript. And to do that, let's basically go through some of the basic syntax of adding in comparisons between your code. Okay, so now you can use equal to check the equality value between two variables. Okay, so if you just use in one equal to, then that is used to assign a value to a variable. Then if you use 2 equal to, then that can be used to compare a value. Okay, so over here let's change the value of my second number to 8, and now over here instead of the numbers tag, let's simply add in a pair of round brackets, and now inside those round brackets we have to basically put in a condition so that we get a true or false based on our condition. Okay, so to do that we have my number, let's type in a space, let's give in 2 equal to, then let's add in my second number. Okay, so this basically checks if my number is equal to my second number. So now let's save this over here, let's reload this, and now as we can see the required value is true over here. Okay, so now let's go over here back, and as you can see 8 is essentially equal to 8, and that is how we can see that this particular condition over here essentially will give a true value. Okay, so then next up we have to basically check another condition which involves triple equal to. Okay, so over here the problem which we can face right now is that if the value of my second number is a string. Okay, and now if we save this, and now if we reload the page over here, we are still getting that the required value is true, but whereas essentially both of them are 8s, but one of them is an integer and one of them is a string, and that is something which we don't want over here. And to prevent that we add in a third equal to, and now if we save this and now let's reload it, and now we can see that the required value is false. And this is because even if the value inside of those variables is equal, but still the data type of those variables is not equal, which is an integer in the first case and a string in the second case. So this is how 1 equal to is used to assign a value to a variable, 2 equal to's are used to check the value of a variable, and 3 equal to's are used to check the value of a variable followed by the data type of that particular variable. Okay, so now these true or false are also a type of a variable which are called a boolean. Okay, and boolean basically holds in just two states, which is either true or false. So the whole condition over here essentially gives back a boolean. Okay, so now with that out of the way, we can check the less than or equal to or the greater than or equal to operator. Okay, so now what we have to do is we can over here simply type in greater than or equal to. Okay, so now the condition is my number is greater than or equal to second number. So over here as we have an equal to also, then this particular thing will return a true value. Okay, so both of these operators are bound by using an OR connection. Okay, so if any one of them is true, then essentially we get the value as true. Okay, so now we have my number is greater than or equal to my second number, and then another thing which we need to test is that of the negation value. Okay, so let's check in if my number is not equal to my second number. Okay, so over here as we are using 2 equal to's, then essentially these numbers are particularly equal. But now let's basically run this inside browser. So let's reload it, and now as you can see, the output which we are getting is false. Okay, so now what this particular thing is checking is that it is checking the value of my number and my second number, then comparing them together, and over here we are adding the not operator, and the not operator basically reverses the value. Okay, so we are checking if my number is not equal to my second number, which over here is not true. Okay, so my number is equal to my second number, so that is why we are getting the value as false. Okay, so then this is pretty much it for some basic type of comparison in JavaScript. Then next up we have OR and AND statements. Okay, so over here let's again close this within another pair of round brackets. And over here essentially let's add in another condition. Okay, so let's add two AND symbols over here, then let's add curly brackets again, and now let's simply check if my number is less than 0 or my number is greater than 0. So my number, so let's type in my number, and all we have to do is check if this is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so now let's save this, and over here essentially we are using the AND keyword to connect these two statements over here. So now the AND keyword basically implies that if both of the condition are true, then only the output will be true. So over here, if this particular condition is true and this particular condition is true, then we'll get the output as true. Okay, so let's check this. Okay, so we have an error over here. So basically we have a missing ending bracket. So yes, we have one missing over here. So let's add it, let's save it, then let's refresh the page, and now as you can see the required value is false, and that is happening because this particular statement is giving out a false value and this particular statement is giving a true value, because 8 is of course greater than 0. And now let's look at another type of connecting operators, and that is OR. Okay, so to add OR you basically have to add in these two vertical lines. So now let's save this again, and now OR basically, as I have said earlier, means that if any one of the conditions in the two conditions is true, then the output is true. Now let's refresh this, and now as you can see the required value is true. And yes, this is pretty much it for some basic comparisons in JavaScript. So till now we have studied the basic data types, which are an integer, string, array, boolean, and we just have looked at the basics of an object. Then we have studied some basics of comparison operators. We have studied the importance of using triple equal to wherever it is possible rather than double equal to. Then we have also looked at the and the or operators. Okay, so that is pretty much it for this lecture. In the next lecture we will be focusing on adding on some methods onto our code so that we don't keep on repeating ourselves.